Hey y'all, I am going to be working on my hashtag What's in My Boo Bag collaboration, and I'm going to be using this distress plaid paper pad by TaylorMade Journals, available from Creative Expressions. Just going to flip through here. Now I am going to be leaving some links down in the comments if you are on my TikTok page, and they will be down in the description box if you are on my YouTube channel. So the first thing I'm going to do is, these are 8x8 sheets. I'm going to make some envelopes. I decided I needed some envelopes to put the coloring sheets that I made for the kids inside of, so that they didn't get bent or torn or mashed in the bags, and to help keep them clean, so that, you know, they could color them without them getting messed up. So I decided to take these sheets and make envelopes for them. Now I have this envelope punch board, and it is by We Are Memory Keepers. And as I said before, these are 8x8 sheets. If you cut off the little title strip on the edge, I like the fact that the 8x8 size, this strip here, the 8x8 size does not include that strip. So you are getting a full 8x8 sheet in the paper pack. So I'm just going to cut that piece off. And I'll flip that around so you can see a full 8x8 sheet now. And on this particular punch board, they give you paper sizes and card sizes and where to score. It's printed on the actual punch board. So I'm going to try to explain this. There are better videos than mine, I guarantee you. And I have a cheater that I've already made, because I have to remind myself every time I use this board how it works. So for my 8x8 sheet, here's the score line. And then here's a score guide. And if you look up 8x8 paper size, the score line is at 3 1/8 inches. And then you punch the paper. So my left side is lined up with 3 1/8 inches. You punch the paper, and then you make a score line. Now this is the only time that you're actually going to measure your paper. Your score line that you just made needs to line up with that score guide. And you line up that little spot. Don't worry about the measurement at all. Punch your envelope corner and then score another line. Turn your paper again. Make sure you're turning it counterclockwise every time. Line up your score line with your score guide. Punch the paper. Score your line again. Turn it counterclockwise. Line your score line up with your score guide. Punch your paper. And then mark your last score line. Now you do get a scoring tool with this particular envelope punch board as well. So this is the envelope that you end up with. Now I'm going to round these corners. I'm going to go ahead and fold this one up so you can see that it turns into an envelope. And I am going to round those corners in a few minutes. Here's my envelope. And you can fold these up in different ways, but I'm going to use the tall envelope. You could cut that flap down if you wanted. If it's driving you crazy, you could just cut that off. Okay, now I'm going to take my punch board and I'm going to flip it upside down, because on this side there's a corner rounder. And you just, let me get these little scraps out from underneath. You put your corner in here and you punch the corner out, and it rounds that corner. So I'll do all of these. Okay, and here's my envelope. And I have 7 bags, so I made 7 envelopes. And I'm going to start gluing them together. So I have to decide which flaps I want on the outside and which flaps I want on top. Now I'm going to show you something. When you go to slide things into an envelope, you want your sealed flap, whatever's going to be your bottom flap, you want that on the outside. And the reason why is if you put it on the inside and then you try to slide things in, sometimes they'll get caught on that flap. So when you're making your envelopes, whichever flap is going to be glued closed on the bottom, you want that on the outside of your envelope. Or at least I do, so things don't get hung up. So I'm going to take each one of these pages. All of these papers are from the Distress Plaid paper pad that I showed at the beginning of the video. And I'm going to start gluing these together. So I'm just going to glue this flap down first. And then I'm going to glue the bottom flap down. Now for the top closure, I decided to use these little Velcro dots. These are tiny little Velcro dots. I found these in the sewing section at Walmart. You'll find all kinds of little Velcro pieces there. Because I wanted an easy closure for the kids to be able to open and close, instead of messing with like strings and ties and, you know, or gluing it closed and them ripping the paper or whatever. I wanted it to easily open and close. So I decided to use these little Velcro dots. So the trick to this is take the plastic off one side, then take the plastic off the other side, but leave the Velcro pieces stuck together. Okay, and then you're going to put that on your flap where you want it, and then close the envelope so the other side sticks down. So you're not guesstimating where the other side of that Velcro dot needs to go. And then open it up, press both dots down really well. And there you go. Now we can decorate the front. So I will continue the gluing process and adding the Velcro dots to all of these papers. I found these little foam Halloween stickers In Dollar General, there was a big pack for $1. I think there's 50 stickers in there for $1. So I picked out some of those, and then I'm going to take this stamp from Creative Expressions and stamp each envelope with Happy Halloween. This is the stamp. It's the Trick or Treat clear acrylic stamp collection by Tailor Made Journals. And I'm using some Stays On ink so that it's permanent. And I'm just going to stamp across the top of each one of these envelopes. And I just thought I would show the package of the foam stickers that I was talking about. And there are 50. There are ghosts and pumpkins. And then there are some bats in here. Okay. I have all of these stamped. All the stickers on. They're all closed and filled with coloring sheets now. So I hope you enjoyed my little idea. Thanks for watching, y'all.